What's up guys, it's Paper, cut to you, bringing you the Blink mobility guide. You guys asked for it, so I'm gonna deliver. So if you're not familiar, this is a unique perk to the Void Walker and Blink Dancer subclasses. So if you want to play around with it, you're gonna have to use one of these two classes. And they are completely different in the way that Blink works within the classes because some of them are a little bit more adapted to it. To me, the Blade Dancer has a lot more synergy with a lot of its perks, and I'm gonna talk about that as we get through this video. I think we should start by just talking about what Blink is. So the way that this works is a short distance teleport that activates as your second jump. Wherever you are with your momentum in the arc of your first jump, that's the way that you're going to teleport. In this clip here, I chose it very specifically because here you see me with a Blade Dancer, and those jumps are actually extremely hard to do with a Void Walker, especially if you're running a low agility build. So having high agility on these builds is actually super important because you're going to be depending on that first jump a lot more. You don't want to be caught up on some crates or small objects because you don't want to always be using your blink. You usually want to save it because once you use two of them, there is a cooldown. There's a lot of cool things you can do, like cheeky moves like this. You are not going to get away with them all the time. And M-Bison Slide, that works all the time. And that kind of brings me back to the Blade Dancer when you're using Blink. The abilities like Blink Strike, it's melee that'll pretty much just zoom in on guys, is really good because when you're using this ability, you get disoriented at sometimes as much as the other guy does. The Void Walker also has an ability, I think it's called Surge, and that gives you an extra speed boost when you melee somebody, and that one's also very good. You don't actually have to kill somebody to activate it, you just have to do some damage. And on that jump there, I did overshoot, and that's the thing about Blink sometimes. It's an all or nothing kind of jump, and sometimes you can't wait for the opportune time in the arc to time it out because then you're just open bait. Without a second jump, you're very predictable in that first one. When it comes to defense, Blink has it on lockdown as well. It has the unique ability to set back time and give you another shot. It's kind of like the Vex. They talk about teleportation and time travel. It's kind of like that. You're resetting engagement. I actually went into a game thinking I'm gonna get a Mark of the Unbroken by using Blink defensively, and it did work. It is really good at getting you out of sticky situations that no other jump is gonna get you out of. And one thing that I'm not going to be talking about in this video is Blink and the Arc Blades. That's going to be for a separate video where I break down the supers individually in depth. And on top of showing you how to use it, I'm also going to be showing you how to take on it so you have a better understanding of how to take out that corresponding super. Alright, so we're going to be moving on to some close quarters combat. With Blink, it's a little bit different. Expect to be pretty much shoulder charging walls after you get out of your Blink and just kind of use it to your advantage, and you're going to do fine indoors as well. Sometimes there's some smaller jumps that are better suited for a double or triple jump, but you can still make do in close quarters. And one of the things that I did find to change quite a bit when using Blink was how I threw grenades. It was a lot harder to use the more accurate grenades like stickies and things like that. So it's easier to compensate by using the AoE grenades, especially because of that disorientation factor. It's sometimes hard to keep track of people, and throwing an AoE grenade is just a lot easier. You have to be really conscious of when you're going to be using your Blink because when you need it, you need it. If you want to put it into perspective, there's a grenade for the Titan called Suppression. It does just that. It leaves you with no second jump, and when I get hit with it with any other class, I'm like, this sucks. So you can do that to yourself, so be careful of when you use Blink because you really have to have it active when you need it. And this is one of those funny jumps with Blink. I'm like, nope. And I don't remember if I had a high or low agility build on this Warlock when I did it. But this was the only way I found how to actually get across there. And certain things are going to seem like obstacles. Once you start using Blink more, you're going to notice these little things that you're going to have to actually use little ledges to jump up to slightly higher things that you would normally just double jump to get on. It's definitely going to change your perspective on how the levels are laid out. And the whole point of this video was just to give you guys some examples of how Blinked work. From there, you guys are going to have to experiment. It's definitely one of those things that you have to get used to, play around with it a bit, and then you're going to have a lot of fun. I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. Even if you're not somebody that likes to use a shotgun, you can use it defensively. It's really good. You can still do a lot of the normal things. You can actually get a lot more creative with this perk than you can with any other jump, and that's really why I started to enjoy it. You can like go through people, you can teleport. It's just it's a lot of fun. It's like being Nightcrawler off of X-Men, and you know, having a power like that. That's something that I'm down for that. But this is pretty much the end of the video. I'm just going to summarize by saying try out the Blade Dancer first because it has all the abilities like Slide, it adds some mobility, it has Blink Strike, which is just going to catch a guy, it has an Arc Grenade, great AoE, and the Super with Blink is even better. There's going to be so many cool things to do on there. And you can see you just went right through those shotgun bullets. This stuff is great. Anyways, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Paper. Cut to you with Planet Destiny, and I'll see you guys next time.